Hey, we live, we live, we live, we live. Hey, we live, we live. We out here in the Bronx right now. We out here with my guy right here. He's gonna tell you more about himself. We out here in Fordham. This is a student athlete right here that we have, and we want to get his opinion on some things that he's been through, or maybe that he might go through. So he's gonna introduce himself because I like when a person says their name because it's more of like it's yours, and you gotta be proud about yours, and you can't say your name wrong for the most part. I wouldn't think so, but tell them your name and a little bit something about yourself.
Chuba Ohamss. I'm born and raised in the Bronx.
Okay. What part of the Bronx?
Like Gun Hill area, like uptown part of the Bronx.
All right, growing up in Gun Hill area, uptown Bronx, how was that for you? Like
good.
At a young age. Now I know it's good, but like, you know, growing up in a, it's a difference between growing up in a neighborhood. For me, in a hood. A hood is, you know, you really gotta watch yourself and things you do or can do, or people you might be around. Like, how was that growing up? Like, and also, you know, dealing with. And when I ask this, it's more so about the way you grew up, and also like how it shaped you who you are today. In a sense, like how was that for you?
Actually, I said probably my hood made me actually strong because at the same time, we have people that play basketball, but we don't really have that much basketball players.
Yeah,
it's a difference, you know. So like, I use that as like motivation. Basketball basically helped me get out the streets.
Okay.
You know what I mean? All my friends, like, yeah, they play basketball here and there, but they're not really dedicated how I am.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the dedication. First, let's tell them how tall you are, because I'm 6'5".
I'm 6'8".
6'8", 6'5". Let's talk about your dedication, but we're gonna bring it, like, we're gonna come back to dedication, right? And and I like to talk about education because, you know, you are a student athlete. We want people to respect you for your mind, not just your physical abilities, because those don't last but so long. How old are you?
18.
So you're 18. All right. So let's go back to middle school. Then we're gonna talk about high school. And this is your first year at Fordham, right?
Yeah.
So then we'll come back to things that's going on right now for you. So talk about middle school. How was, like, friend-wise? Because I know when I first met you, you was like, you seemed quiet, you seemed kind of to yourself. So how was it growing up in, like, you can say the middle school you went to, and, you know, you can talk about it, like, growing up around it.
I mean, middle school I went to Immaculate Conception School. It's not that far from actually here.
Okay.
It's not. I didn't really. It was really good. I didn't take basketball serious until I got probably like to high school, 8th grade high school. That's when I really took it serious.
So let's stay into like middle school, right?
Okay.
So how was your grades then?
No, I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't the best.
Yeah.
It was probably like I get like low 80s, 70s. It wasn't the best though.
Okay.
I didn't pick it up until I got to high school and stuff like that.
All right. So being that your grades wasn't the best, like, what was you really more into at that time?
At that time, I was just, you know, when you're a kid, like, I just fooled around. I was just fooling around.
So
and
you
stuff
joking
like
around,
yeah, joking
you
around.
The females and all
yeah,
that.
female,
Okay. So let's let's move up to like high school and your transition from, like, you know, not really being serious with basketball. When and why did that happen?
I used to play basketball, but, you know, like kids, I just played basketball for fun.
Yeah, exactly.
But I never played like an AU team when I was in middle school. I never played like that. Started playing my first AU team when I was in 9th grade.
Okay.
So I never really, that's when I really started taking it serious and stuff like that. Yeah.
So around that time when you was taking it serious, like, how good do you consider yourself, like, being at that time? Like, did you sub? Was you nice? Or
Obviously, I would say I'm good. People probably say I had like a lot of potential because
Yeah.
I was like a tall person that would dribble and stuff like that because I'm always at the ball and stuff. But
so how was that for you? Like, you know, I feel like when I was young, a lot of people say I had potential, and I was like, you know, but I was really laid back. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know, I score here and there, or I play when I wanted to, but it wasn't really, you know, like, and I think that was my career in general because I never really had nobody to push me, right? So how was that for you when you see people have potential, tell you that you got potential, but you never really took full advantage of your potential at that time? Like, how was it for you? Like, you was just like, oh, whatever they say, or was it like, I'll work on it later? Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. At first, it was not. It was like, I would come work out if it was by myself. I never really went to an intense workout when I was young.
Okay.
So I would think like putting shots up or sweating a little bit, or I'd probably just rebound for myself at the ball. Those type of workouts I would have done at a young age.
Yeah.
But yeah, when people told me I had potential, I'd be like, you know, I play basketball, but at the same time, my parents would be like education first, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, you know, and
That's good though, because, like, the thing is with parents, they always say education because they don't want to ever leave their kids not knowledgeable of life and how to like be able to support themselves. You know what I'm saying? So parents are always just looking out in that way, and that's all they really know is like, you know, you got to be able to support yourself because your parents are gonna be here but so long, but you should still be able to keep going in life and be successful. So when it comes to that, so let's talk about high school. What high school did you go to?
I started off at Silesia High School.
Okay.
I transferred to Wadley High School. I finished out my prep year at Putnam Science Academy.
Okay, so let's start off with the first school you said. Elysian, you said?
Silesia High School.
Silesia. Okay, sorry about that. How was that like for you being in that school before you transferred? Like, why did you transfer? Like, how was it?
In ninth grade, it was pretty good actually. In my ninth grade year, I actually failed off the team, so I couldn't even play my freshman year. But
that happened?
Huh?
I
don't know.
Having fun.
Like, I mean, not really having fun. Like, I didn't really take my grades real seriously. I failed 2 classes, and then that just messed me up for the whole. And I tried to pick it up, but they said you're not able to come into the team. But, like, I just used that as like. That means grades is really important. Like, it's just not, you're not just
motivation.
Yeah, you're not just gonna get by with your skills.
Yeah.
You know?
But another reason, another example I give you, like, why grades are important. It's because, like, if you had a job, you kind of get graded because if you had to be a manager, like, do I want to use that worker because he works harder? Do I want to use this one because he's, you know what I'm saying? It's because of the effort that you put in, and it's about learning that. And I know, okay, now we can kind of talk about basketball, right? When you start really understanding the difference, like how you said, between an intense workout and a regular or just a workout, you kind of know now what hard is and what's easy. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that only because sometimes you need that extra, you know, going hard or working hard at something because you got to challenge yourself. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, if you never really went to any real intense workouts, do you think you would be at this school that you're at right now?
No way.
Or even playing at this level?
Not at all.
Okay. So talk about the next school that you went to.
Transferred over to Wadley High School.
How was that?
It was good actually. I had a real good coach named Crunk that passed away during the year.
Yes.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. But it was actually a real good transition. It was actually a good transition because I went from a school in New Rochelle, predominantly like, you know, like white people and stuff like that. Yeah. And when I came down to Harlem, it was like a big transition.
How was that, like that transition of going from like the culture shock of like a lot of white back to like being in the neighborhood and being in the hood again?
It was like, you know, it wasn't new to me because where I'm from is basically a hood.
Yeah.
So it wasn't new to me, but it was like a good transition. I seen like, it's just tougher, it's better players and stuff. Like, because Silesia was in like the B division, A division, I believe, one of those divisions, and then Wadley was in the double A division. So it was better, and I had a real good coach that like pushed me like every day, told me, always pushing me hard.
What were some of the kids that you played with?
Lenny Kadisha, he was one of the kids.
Yeah, and he's saying rest in peace to Crumb because a lot of people that may not know him, he was definitely a good guy. I only met him about 2 times, but I know that every time I spoke, somebody spoke of him, it was always good things spoken of him. And you know, as a coach, you got to remember that you are like a teacher, or you are very much influencing men, because he was a man. Like, and to have kids like really feel hurt that they lose somebody like that, and it really affects their life, you got to kind of also take that as a positive thing, because you know what I mean. Without him, you probably wouldn't have known a lot of things that you know, or even work as hard as you've been working to, you know, get better and keep rising. So leaving that school, and you went to, what's the last school that you went to?
Putnam Science Academy.
Okay, how was that there?
It was good. Great competition. Always had to bring it every day.
So what kind of competition, like, if you could name some people that you played against?
Played against and played with.
Played against, played with.
Kid named Hamdou Diallo. He's ranked. He's top 10 in his class. Mamadou Diarra, he's at UConn right now. Real good big man. Who else? Like Saul Perry, he's at LaSalle. We played him this year. So it was just really good. You play Division I players every day. You play with Division I players, so you have to bring it up all the time.
That's definitely good though. And I think it's good that when you do play against like Division I players all the time anyway, because it keeps you on your game. Because a lot of people get relaxed. You know, you play in the neighborhood and you're like, oh, this is easy. The kids are littler, or they're not as advanced. So it's like you don't really get your full potential. So what made you decide to come here to this school? Because now let's talk a little bit about high school in the sense of grades before we leave high school. Like, how was your grades in high school, going from one school to the next? Like, You can start from the first school that you was at. Because I know you said you failed off.
Yeah.
And then the next one.
Ever since then, my grades been like great. I probably like about 85 average.
Okay.
Throughout. So it's been really good.
Was it tough for you?
No, because like school came easy. That's the thing was. Like it came so easy. Like I would just be so lazy not to really, you know. But like when you actually buckle down, do the work, it's like it's easy. Pay attention to class. It's not really hard. School's not really hard. It comes easy.
That's good though. That's good because it is hard. It is tough for some people. So now that you're in college, what do you like? Why did you choose this school? How about that first?
It's a great conference. That's one. Okay. Very close to home, so family could always come see me. Yeah. And the coaching staff was really great. I like the fact that they want to win now. Yeah. They went from a culture that they would lose and stuff like that, and they jumped tremendously from last year. Okay. And I want to be a part of that this year.
That's good, man. Where do you like? Okay, if you see yourself in a sense, like, how do you see yourself for your freshman year, like playing wise? Because you know you gotta always kind of project that, like, okay, I'm gonna do this or that. Like, what do you see? Like, what are some goals?
Some goals, 8-10 rookie of the year. That's number one.
Rookie of the year. Okay, rookie of the year. But what is your what would your stats be like if you had to say your stats?
Stats? Okay.
Just like you can't. Oh, not. Because I know some people don't go out there. Like some people may do stats. Yeah. Some people don't. But if you had to give say a double or something like that.
Double. You know, definitely basically anything to win. But of course, double. So what is put my name out there? Because at the end of the day, I want to be a pro. That's true. That's one too. So. Yeah.
And I think, in my opinion, I think you have the potential. You just got to get a little bit more animal in you. Not to say you don't got it, but I just, as you grow, like how you're doing, you're being in college, working out and lifting everything and getting more physical. You know what I mean? I think you'll be great, and I think you will get there. But you just got to really have it in you every day, no matter what come at you, no matter how bad class or anything else is in your life. When you get between these lines, you just got to kind of stay focused, and I think you'll be great at that. What I do want to ask is, like, what do you think are some of your weaknesses? And I ask you this because you want to know what your weaknesses are. You want to know what you're doing wrong so you can fix them. So like, what do you think, like, practice or just in general wise that you want, like, are some of your weaknesses that you want to work on?
Honestly, I feel like I could work on everything. Like, I have nothing. My game is like I can do everything really good. I can do everything good, but not at the way I want it to be. Like I can shoot good, but I'm not a great shooter. Yeah. I'm a good ball handler, but I'm not a great ball handler. So it's always like probably every aspect of my game I'm working on.
Well, that's
probably
good.
The best part of my game is my length and my athleticism.
Well, see, that's good though. You know, and then like some people are like satisfied with being able to dribble just good enough. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you do want to be a pro, it's not even really about being a pro. It's really about being the best that you can be. Because if you are the best you can be, being a pro is just regular. That'd be simple. Like, I'm already gonna go. You know what I mean? So if you really do work on your handle, your jump shot, and really live in the gym, besides living in class and doing your work, I think you'll be good and great. Where do you see yourself in the long haul? Like your dream? Like if you had to dream big, like where do you see yourself?
Like how far?
Like after you finish college and everything, like your career, where do you see yourself? NBA for how long?
So I'm 40.
So 40. All right. Nah, that's what's up though. What's like your favorite team? What's your favorite team, right? And then what's your team you would want to play for? My favorite team, I'm gonna say right now, is the Knicks. They suck. They always suck. But that's my team. I've been with them forever in life. But if I ever could play with them, I would say the Knicks too, because I'm from New York. I would love to just be on that Madison Square Garden court day in and day out. But like, what's your favorite team right now?
I mean, I grew up a Lakers fan.
Okay, Lakers fan.
Lakers fan.
So, because I know, and I asked you that because I know you play 2K.
Definitely.
Are you even good though?
Oh man, I don't lose.
You don't lose?
Nah.
So you must be on that game all day. I don't really play like that, but every time I talk about 2K to somebody that plays 2K, they always say that I don't lose.
Yeah, you can ask Nate Blue.
Yeah, he tell you that you gotta ask him, but no, all right. So who's your team on there?
I use anybody, probably the Cavs most. LeBron, LeBron. I feel like LeBron's the best player in the NBA. Yeah.
So you think that he's the best player in the NBA? Why?
Definitely. He just gets it done. He gets it done like every aspect of the game. He can post up, he can dribble, he can shoot. He's like at that he's like 6'8", like what 250. So it's like nobody can really stop. After they was like 3-1, and he averaged like they say he averaged like 37, and he ended up winning the whole final.
So you think he's like gonna be top 10 of one of the all-time players?
Top 10?
Yes.
All-time? Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Easy. Okay. Now I'm asking. You know, you gotta get the opinions. I'm not a like I don't dislike LeBron. You know, I respect his game, but I'm not a fan of him.
I'm a Kobe fan.
You're a Kobe fan?
Yeah, first. Yeah.
So what about Kobe? You think Kobe gonna be top 10?
Kobe's the best player.
Kobe's the best player.
Best player. Best player.
Kobe, for all the Kobe fans, I don't really know, but that's what he says. I like Kobe, but I still feel like for Kobe, a lot of times, I think even with some of his chips, he needed certain help to win them.
I mean, it's always like that. Like even, LeBron went to the Cavs. Now KD just left to the Golden State. You always need some type of help.
You do. What you think about that move for KD?
I hated it. I mean, but you got to look at his perspective. He's been in the NBA for like how long? 8 times. He's had 1 ring. Everybody's going to NBA to get 1 ring. So I understand where he's coming from.
All right, let's talk about this because we are talking about NBA, and I always feel like I think it's important to talk about, you know, if you do get to the NBA, about how you're going to spend your money and like how to save, or do you know things like that, or do you like?
I mean, I understand. I'm not a kid. I'm not a guy that see any type of money and then I need this. This. Obviously, I'm gonna do right. You know, I obviously want to give back to my mom, my parents, you know, stuff like that. Because they did a lot for me. Yeah. People down the road that did a lot for me too. You know. Yeah. So yeah, that's why. But I'm not a guy that use on designer stuff. I mean, I love designer.
But all I'm saying is the thing is, you know, being in that lifestyle and having the money, it can come fast and go fast, right? And you gotta also remember, like, we're all human. God forbid anything happens to you, you still want to have some money, you know, just to even, you know, might get your own team or have some other stuff that you want to invest in. You know what I mean? And even when it comes to investment, you gotta also, you know, really understand the word investment and trying to understand everything that goes around whatever you want to invest in. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have people that's gonna come out with woodwords, that's gonna ask you for money. You're gonna be like, oh, here, but you don't always just want to give just because you got it.
Exactly.
Because, you know, right then you might have it, but down the line you might not have it. So you want to understand whatever investment you're gonna get into when down the line. I'm only talking to you like that just because I know I've seen, and I know you've seen people that come in there with money. They might get a little injury and then they out and they don't have nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, do you see yourself doing the full 4 years? That's a good question. Yes.
I mean, as of right now, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely gotta ask. But even if you don't, you know, I always want to recommend you that you at least still get your diploma. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to finish it even if you do it in the NBA, whatever. Because I know, you know what I mean, you got a bright future, and you definitely want to coaches. And you definitely want to finish everything. But with something, right? I know, and I like to dream big. What's something that you want to? Because I know you say you want to give back to your family, your mother. Like, what's some things you want to give back to your family?
I just don't like the fact that my mom works like double shift. Yeah. So she gets home probably like 12. Sleep for a little bit, and she has to wake up like 5, 6 in the morning. Like, I just don't like. That's my main, like, my mom.
Okay, I feel you, because she work a lot. Yeah, that's how it was for, you know, me. My mother worked a lot too, so, you know, me getting a scholarship to college was something important to me. So she didn't have to have that extra bill or me like another problem. Last thing I wanted to ask you is something that let's talk about something that was hard in your life that you had to deal with, or you can still be dealing with. Either you got past it, maybe you didn't, but you know you're still working, like kind of work in progress with, I guess. Like something that was like hard, you know, to deal with. Yeah, you know, for me, you know, I always tell people dealing with some of my closest friends, you know, passing away. You know, even like family members, you know, just dealing with that is a difficult thing for me, and it still is sometimes. But you know, I'm asking because, you know, sometimes we have people out there that come from your neighborhood or somewhere else that's somewhat similar to your neighborhood, they might be going through the same thing you're going through. Exactly. And to see that you're going through the same thing they're going through, but you're still succeeding in life is something good to, you know, to see. So if you can talk about that, you know, just
I'll probably say when I transferred to Wiley throughout the season, we had practice that day after we lost to Wings. We had practice the next day, and then right when I got home the next morning, I hear that my coach passed away. I didn't believe it at first, but like I started calling his phone, like about probably like 30, 50 times, you know, and then it just was ringing during the voicemail stuff. And then like but then I find out that it's really true. That's probably something like I always say R.I.P. Carver, because for that short, it's probably not short span because I knew him before a while, but for that time, like he's done, like he obviously like done so much. He's one of the guys that pushed me to for basketball and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like it was yesterday, one of the things I played actually bad at Wings. Yeah. He told me that if you keep playing like this, you're not gonna go Division I. You're gonna go soon. I remember like it was yesterday. He screamed that in front of everybody. He was one of the things I loved about him. Like he's blunt. He knew I was like the best player, but he'll never single me out. Like he'll never give me more treatment than this guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Treat everybody like equals. Treat everybody like family. Used to sit in the classroom, laugh and stuff like that. Like, that really hurt me once I heard that he passed away.
Yeah. Well, I know it's difficult, and I always tell people, when you got to deal with death, and I know you say rest in peace. I say stay up and watch over me and just keep pushing me to do right things. And you're doing great, and I know that as he watches down, looks down on you, he got to be proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Not even just being in D1, but your grades, and you are becoming a man. You know what I'm saying? No matter what comes your way, no matter how many times you get knocked down or whatever, you still become a man. You got to get up. You know what I mean? Definitely want to thank you for doing the interview with me today. Want to tell some of the people your social media that they can check you out at?
Facebook, you can Chuba Ohamss, CHUBA space OHAMS. Oh, it's two S. I put two S. On my Twitter at _COHAMS. My Instagram, same thing. So, yeah.
Okay. But we definitely put all this information up on each video, just so you can contact him or contact me or just even check out them or stay tuned with him, because he's gonna have a great year and you gotta check him out just to see. You might even want to come out to some of the games. Support. Definitely come out and support. Like I always say though too, you gotta get your own. So that's like getting yourself ready, getting yourself prepared, just so you can make everything else in your life go right. You know what I mean? You get yourself right, you can help your family or do whatever you want to do, but you gotta stay focused, and you know what hard work is, and make it even 2 times harder than that, and keep on doing what you're doing. This is Rain Check. Keep checking in. If you want any questions or anything, check out my page on Facebook. It's Rain Ricards. We got the YouTube, so all these videos go up. I want to thank you again. And that's really it. And we out. You know what I mean?